r/AskReddit by Redmond Dts. What hobby screams, "This is my entire personality now"? Pilot here, and non-pilot military flyer. Aviation. And for how much you're paying to do it, it makes sense. And then, once you're paid to do it, you have to do it really well, so you're constantly practicing. CrossFit and Frisbee come to mind. Girls who rides horses. And not a hobby, but EMTs. And volunteer firefighters in some cases. Owning horses. Horse people are just different. That's because it's what you have to do in order to take care of horses properly. Imagine having a dog that's 10 times hungrier, 10 times more likely to get sick, 10 times larger, and just as if not more needy. Oh, and you can't have just one, or it dies of depression. Better get at least 3. Owning a horse is 100% a part-time job. It's not a hobby. Marathon runners. How about those Ironman and triathlon folk? Where do they find the time? I used to be a marathon runner, and I have no idea how people find the time and energy and patient partners to train for Ironman. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is a fun sport and martial art, which is also super engrossing and a bit culty. I've played a lot of sports over the years and currently train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I've definitely noticed people who end up making it their entire personality, and I've spent a fair bit of time thinking about why that happens. Here's what I've come up with. Many guys start training whom were lonely or don't have strong male friendships. Suddenly, they have a built-in community. The sport is incredibly difficult, but also incredibly rewarding, physically and mentally. Most sports are only done once a week, while in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, training 3 times a week feels like the baseline. So it really does become an obsession. It gives people a sense of self-worth, confidence, and a feeling of personal power. Some gyms really lean into the hierarchy aspect, which can cause egos to run wild. For example, a 22-year-old stoner purple belt that is broke and lives in his mother's basement gets a level of respect over the 40-year-old successful family and businessman who is just a white belt. Not a hobby, but I know a girl who has become a realtor, and dear God, I've never seen something consumer personality like it has done to her. We were one of my wife's cousin's first clients after he became a realtor. Now every family gathering is him telling us how the rates and values are looking. And he knows that we bought our dream home and won't be looking to move for a very long time, if ever. Apparently birding. I'm not even trying to shade, but the 2 people I know who've gotten into birding, boy did they get into birding. They changed their entire lifestyle to accommodate, but in healthy ways, so I guess it's a good update. Disney adults. Find it funny nobody mentioned the obvious one, watching professional sports. It's literally the only thing some people talk about, and lot of them watch it for 6 or more hours. Podcasters. Dated a guy once that had a podcast with roughly 12 followers. He spent all day every day talking about his podcast and asking if I'd listen to his podcast and making me listen to his podcast and asking me what I thought of his podcast and asking me what he should do next on his podcast. That only lasts maybe 2 weeks. I've met a few other podcasters and the experience was similar. Magic the Gathering. I used to play Magic. I stopped after I sat down and realized I didn't want to spend that much time and money building a deck that could actually compete with the guys I played with. At my house, it's gardening. Good news, keeps me home and lot, and I can talk to myself about snapdragons, and no one will look at me funny. When I talk to actual people about it, they already know I'm half cracked and don't give a shit, lol. Gym bros. The gym is literally their personality. Speaking from experience, smoking weed. I'm autistic. Any new hobby I start So many different answers, and I was going to say Warhammer 40,000. In my experience they're the opposite. They're very quiet about it until you volunteer any interest. Then get ready. Harley Davidsons and middle-aged dudes. An exotic pet. I have never met someone who has an exotic pet that doesn't feel the need to bring it up every 2 seconds. I'm just here scrolling looking for a new hobby to take up. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more. Have a nice evening.